Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today we will unravel the story within Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, first published in 1952, is a profound exploration of Christian doctrine and ethics. Originally delivered as a series of BBC radio talks during World War II, the book seeks to distill the essence of Christianity, what Lewis terms mere Christianity, without delving into denominational disputes. Written with clarity, logic, and relatable analogies, it has become a cornerstone of Christian apologetics. Plot summary. C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity unfolds as an intricate journey into the human conscience, a dialogue with reason and morality, and an invitation to explore the depths of faith. It begins with a universal observation. Humans, across cultures and eras, possess an innate sense of right and wrong, a law of nature inscribed on the human heart. Though people may quarrel over its nuances, the fact that such a moral compass exists points to a truth beyond mere instinct or societal conditioning. This is the groundwork for Lewis's exploration, the first whisper of a grand narrative connecting humanity to a divine creator. The exploration deepens as Lewis distinguishes this law of human nature from the physical laws governing the material world. Unlike the gravitational pull that binds planets or the chemical bonds that unite molecules, the moral law appeals to choice. It exerts a pull not of necessity, but of duty, calling individuals to a standard of behavior they often fail to uphold. Here, Lewis acknowledges the shared human predicament, knowing what is right yet falling short. This universal failing, he suggests, hints at both the brokenness of humanity and the need for something, or someone, to bridge the gap. As the narrative expands, Lewis presents two overarching views of reality: the materialist perspective, which sees the universe as a cosmic accident devoid of purpose, and the religious perspective, which posits an intentional creator. For Lewis, the persistent presence of the moral law within the human conscience undermines the randomness of materialism. Instead, it suggests a mind, a moral will, behind the universe, a power that not only created the world but cares deeply about human behavior. This power, he argues, cannot be a distant abstraction. It is active, engaged, and relentless in its pursuit of righteousness. Building on this foundation, Lewis turns to the central figure of Christianity, Christ. He explores the extraordinary claim that this historical figure is more than a teacher or prophet. If Christ's declaration of divinity is true, then humanity stands at a crossroads. Either he is who he claims to be, the Son of God, or he is deluded or deceitful. There can be no middle ground, Lewis argues, for the weight of Christ's words and actions demand a response. Through the figure of Christ, Lewis reveals the heart of the Christian story, a God who descends into human history to restore what is broken. The moral law, which condemns humanity's failures, becomes the backdrop for divine grace. Christ's sacrifice on the cross is not merely an act of atonement, but the ultimate demonstration of love. By willingly taking on the weight of human sin, he opens a path for reconciliation, offering not just forgiveness but transformation. Lewis then shifts to the practical implications of this transformation. Christianity, he asserts, is not a static belief system, but a dynamic process of becoming. To follow Christ is to be remade, to shed the false self and embrace a new identity rooted in divine love. This journey of sanctification involves the cultivation of virtues such as faith, hope, and charity, each a reflection of the divine nature. The narrative explores the communal aspect of faith, likening the church to a body with many parts, each essential and interconnected. Within this body, individuals are called to serve, grow, and encourage one another. The diversity of Christian denominations, far from being a weakness, is seen as evidence of the richness of the faith. Yet Lewis stresses the importance of unity, urging believers to focus on the central truths that bind them together rather than the doctrinal differences that divide. The journey through Mere Christianity does not shy away from the challenges of faith. Lewis acknowledges the doubts and struggles that accompany belief, addressing objections with a blend of logic and humility. He tackles questions of suffering, free will, and divine justice, offering perspectives that illuminate rather than simplify these profound mysteries. As the exploration reaches its conclusion, Lewis paints a vision of Christianity as both demanding and exhilarating. To follow Christ is to embark on an adventure that transcends the mundane and reaches into eternity. It is a call to die to self and live for something greater, to find one's true self in surrender to the Creator. The journey is not without cost, but the promise is clear: a life transformed, a soul restored, and a hope that endures. With its final strokes, the narrative invites the reader to step into the hall of Christianity, to consider the doors leading to deeper understanding and commitment. It is not a call to complacency, but to courage, a challenge to confront the moral law within and respond to the God who placed it there. In this way, Lewis leaves the reader not with answers tied neatly in a bow, but with a sense of wonder, a stirring to seek, and a hope that in seeking they will find. If you loved this, don't stop here. Check out other books by C.S. Lewis. You'll find them below or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in C.S. Lewis's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.